Hey everybody, welcome back to the DRich Show. This is DRich and today is August 5th, 2021. How's everybody doing out there today, this Thursday? I hope that you guys are all doing well and that this video finds you all in good health, good spirits, and good energy. So again, folks, I want to make sure you guys are aware that the video content is going to kind of be a little bit bumpy for the next several days until I get some time off from work where I can actually sit and play with all of my devices and things like that. So if it is echoing, I apologize up front. And again, I want to apologize for not putting out that great intro and outro on the videos that a lot of you have complimented me on. So I appreciate you guys with the compliments first and foremost. But most definitely, I want to do my best to try to put that intro out there because you guys love it so much, and you know what, I appreciate that. So if it's echoing, I apologize. If there's some feedback, I apologize. I just gotta do a couple things. I unplugged a lot of my cords and things when I went to work on Monday. Come back to find that I did something wrong when trying to plug it back in. So it's been a little difficult few days, but we're gonna storm through it and get through it and try to still do the best that we can do with what we have available to us. So there's no excuses coming here. So anyway, folks, again, I hope you guys are doing great, no matter where you are in the world. And I hope that you guys are still continuing to do your due diligence on your own terms. And again, I want to also acknowledge everyone that has subscribed to the channel. Thank you for coming along on the journey, as this journey is a marathon, not a sprint. So I appreciate it. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to be getting into the ISO 222 digital assets, and we're going to recap those just briefly so we can see where we are with our investment strategy. I always want to go back to some of the assets that should play a vital role in your investment strategy. So therefore, we want to retouch on that so that we are not just going over the cryptocurrencies that I possess or own, or that I've actually done research on. We also want to go back and look at everything else as a whole so that we can paint the broader picture. Okay, so anyway, we'll be doing that, and then we're going to be touching base real quick on some SEC news, some Ripple XRP news, and things like that, and move forward with the rest of the video. So hang tight, tune in, stay tuned in, and we'll finish the video on good terms. So right now, Bitcoin's dominance is at 45.6%. Ethereum is spiked up to 19.7% there, as you can see here at the top. And then we got a total global market cap of 1.66 trillion, which is a 2.18% increase from yesterday. And right now we got Bitcoin hitting back over $40,000 at $40,393 with some change there. Ethereum $2,807.08, bullish momentum there. And then we got BNB, which we'll briefly touch on from some news that Brad Garlinghouse put out regards BNB, or Binance actually, studying at number 4, $335.51. Cardano at number 5, $1.39, and our beloved XRP, which we will most definitely get in some of that good news and information regarding them. Ripple and the cryptocurrency token, or digital asset, at 73 cents there. So again, great buying opportunity. It's going in the green, but there's no good or bad time to invest in XRP. It's always good. So if you have a price range where you want to stop purchasing at, I don't know what that is, but I want to make sure that you guys know that this should be your bottom line. This should be your bread and butter, your go-to, and your foundation, okay, for your future wealth. I will always say that. And we'll never neglect XRP when it comes to our investment strategies. So USDC picking up momentum with the 27.6 billion market cap there. And Dogecoin 20 cents on the dot with a little change on the back end. And Polkadot $19.25 at number 9. And Uniswap $25 even. So with $100 USD dollars, you could get 4 of those. Not in the Uniswap, not really interested, so we'll just let it stay in the top 10 as long as it could last, while other digital asset cryptocurrencies make their way to the top 10. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a peek at some of the stuff here. We got XLM, which we'll be going over today, and some other ISO 222 compliant digital assets. So again, the market is looking green. Sorry for scrolling too fast. We'll be most definitely going over Algorand. There, we went over Tezos this week so far. We're going to be going over IOTA there, which is at 87 cents. And you can see, look at those BitTorrent, which we went over last week, 30 at 3 cents there, almost 3/10 of a penny, excuse me. And for you guys that have not jumped in on that quant train, listen, I've done my due diligence. I've talked about it on multiple occasions, and you want to get into that. Even if you hold one or two, and before it was 60 something bucks, $70, or even cheaper than that, I encourage all of you to get at least 5 into your portfolio if you are able to get it at a lower price. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. This is coming from You Today. SE Chair Gary Gensler refuses to comment on whether Ether is a security, and this was dated 8/3/2021. And again, if you look at that face, it looks corrupt to me, and I will always continue to say that because I know that these folks are corrupt. During a question and answer section at the Aspen Security Forum, Gary Gensler said that the Howey test is clear enough in order to determine whether a certain cryptocurrency asset is a security. He, however, dodged a question about Ethereum's regulatory status after repeatedly state that Bitcoin is a commodity in the past. And back in 2018, Gensler claimed that there were a strong case for Ether to be classified as a security. And also in his recent speech, Gensler said that he agrees with Jay Clayton, his predecessor, when it comes to the initial coin offerings. And during his tenure, Clayton proclaimed that every initial coin offering was a security. All right. So again, these guys have their hand in the pot with Ethereum, and they are getting, they're getting their due when it comes to people fighting back, finding information from what they said in the past and holding it against them. So again, they've put their foot in their mouth, and we're going to deal with them, and we're going to find out some other things about them here shortly, I do believe. And this is another one coming from World Crypto News, which was an article that was written on August 4th. SE Chair labels crypto the Wild West and asks for more powers. So again, folks, let me just tell you this: if it is the Wild West or the Wild West, you know what? They don't like it, okay, because it puts a dent in what they are doing themselves when it comes to fiat currency, the manipulation of the dollar and fiat currencies worldwide, and it destroys their system because this is a people's economy and they don't like it. So therefore, they're going to want more powers to put more regulations and more kibosh on the crypto market as a whole. That's just my opinion, okay? The cryptocurrency trading industry has been labeled the Wild West, riddled with fraud and investor risk by U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler, according to a reader's report. So let me just say this: we have our own risk tolerance, and that shouldn't be subjected to anyone's other hand on it, because at the end of the day, we know what's best for us. We know what our research is going to determine. We know what we are up against when it comes to the traditional markets as well as the crypto market. And again, this is a parallel economy that is being built for the people, by the people. And I do know that when they want to say, well, we're trying to prevent fraud and investor risk, well, there's fraud with all kind of different platforms and programs and currencies and things like that. And we know this. We're intelligent people. We're smart. We're genius. And we'll figure it out. But let's get over these fast facts. Calling on Congress at the Aspen Security Forum to give the SEC more power to regulate the industry. Gensler said many of the tokens in the market were unregistered securities, leaving prices open to manipulation, investors vulnerable to risk. Well, I guess they have been suppressing the price of XRP for so long. So let's just talk about that. Why don't we? Gensler also said that he agreed with the predecessor, Jay Clinton, who said that in 2018. Again, every initial coin offering I've seen is a security. Well, XRP doesn't have that. Okay, they didn't have an ICO. Okay, among Gensler's requests were the power to oversee crypto exchanges, which are currently outside of the SEC's remit, and increase oversight of crypto lending, including decentralized finance. And Gensler also said that this asset class is rife with fraud, scams, and abuse in certain applications, and we need additional congressional authorities to prevent transactions, products, and platforms from falling between the regulatory cracks. Now, again, folks, there's abuse and stuff like that all over the joint, so I don't want to hear this stuff. These folks are corrupt. They don't want us to be successful. They don't have your interests in mind or my best interest in mind, so therefore they could go do something else with it. The industry also eyes have been on Gensler this week, as Elizabeth Warren, who heads the Senate Banking Committee Subcommittee on Economic Policy, had requested previously a reply from Gensler by July 28th to an open letter that she wrote him regarding crypto regulation. And in the letter, Warren called the industry highly opaque and volatile, and also inquired as to whether the SEC had the proper authority to regulate it. And Gensler has yet to formally reply. In my personal opinion, they don't have any means to regulate it. They just want to have control so they can continue to do their own corrupt activities, money laundering, things like that. And this is why Bitcoin is their favorite. Ethereum is their probably second favorite, as they have their hands invested in those products or those assets. Okay. August 2nd here. This is coming from 11news.com. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse seeking docs from Binance. And then again, we'll get through this. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has also filed a motion to obtain some documents from Binance with the assistance of the Central Authority of the Cayman Islands. Lawyers representing Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse in the case against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filed a motion for additional international discovery on August 2nd, and Garlinghouse is seeking to obtain evidence from Binance Holding Limited, which is a Cayman Island-based subsidiary of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. Citing the Hague Convention, the defense is asking the court to issue a letter of request on behalf of the defendant to seek the assistance of the Central Authority of the Cayman Islands. So the Ripple boss believes that Binance entity has unique documents concerning XRP transactions, which makes them relevant to the case. Mr. Garlinghouse seeks to have foreign discovery on the basis of his good faith belief, that the listed entity possesses unique documents as well as information concerning this case, and specifically concerning the process by which the transactions in XRP allegedly conducted by Mr. Garlinghouse on foreign digital asset trading platforms were conducted. So, folks, we'll see what happens with this. I think this is a big step in calling out, Binance, BNB, things like that, because we've seen them in the news lately with, some sort of fraudulent activities themselves. And BNB could be a possible security. Okay, and this is why we see Ethereum, we see Bitcoin, and we also see Binance, BNB in the top three, as well as Tether. So those, you got to keep an eye on those, because what happens is those are, pretty much taking a big chunk of the market cap, where it is actually, slowing down the other assets that we'll get into today, that, has more relevance, more case use, and more opportunity for the people to utilize for changing the industries as a whole. Okay, and I don't see any of those doing any of that, especially with Ethereum. Their high gas fees, transaction fees, slow, opaque, and antiquated, if you want to call it that. And then you got Bitcoin, which is same thing. It's used for different type of things like that. I don't want to get too much into it, but we know where we're at with that. And then you also have BNB, who just out of nowhere, their cryptocurrency digital asset or whatever, skyrocketed over almost $600, things like that. So you want to keep an eye on that. And then here, this is before we get into all of the other assets. Why is Ripple staying in the U.S.? CEO Brad Garlinghouse explains, and this was an article that was written yesterday, also coming from You Today. Here, as I report and use their source. And then amid its ongoing legal fight with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and the regulatory barrage on the broader cryptocurrency industry, Ripple's decision to keep its global headquarters in San Francisco might raise some eyebrows considering how much is at stake. CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who joined the Aspen Institute's virtual forum yesterday, on video conferencing app Zoom, said that the distributed ledger company is already, to some degree, moving out of the States by hiring more people in other countries. And still, the chief executive claims that Ripple is not willing to give up on the U.S. just yet. And should we fully give up on the U.S., I am not willing to go there yet. And Garlinghouse once again stressed that the U.S. is a late to the party when it comes to the cryptocurrency regulation, decrying the lack of clarity. And however, he wants the U.S. to succeed since Ripple is an American company. So here are some possible contenders here. I'll let you guys read the rest of that. I don't need XRP or Ripple to go anywhere because it is traded on many different exchanges outside of the U.S. And again, I always want to refer back to the 70s when Nixon took us off the gold standard, saying that there were speculators in the market. And we also want to compare and cross-analysis when it comes to that, when it comes to XRP. As XRP, we are speculators, and we know what XRP will do. And I also believe that XRP is digital gold. So therefore, you want to compare those two and put them together, connect the dots. You could use your own discernment and come to your own understanding of what I'm saying and kind of just toss it around and say, you know what, I think that I might be onto something. If not, leave the comments in the description, and I'll most definitely talk with you, and we can exchange conversation, which is cool by me. So anyway, let's go ahead and go to the CoinGecko.com website there, and right now here it's showing that XRP is at 72.9. All right, and what we want to do, just real quick, we're going to go through all of these, but before I do, I want to make sure that we are looking at this, which is the Interledger Protocol family and ISO 222 ecosystem, and this was last updated on 7/24/2020. And then you can also go check this little picture out on their Interledger Protocol website. So we got IOTA, Ripple, XRP, then we got Zenfin, XDC, which we'll be talking about as well, just briefly, Stellar, XLM, as well as Algorand. And we've already gone over all of this, Swift, Trace, and all these different connections, IBM, Accenture, Consensus, and all of these, the Interledger Protocol, JP Morgan, Quorum, and Circle. We've all gone over those. And then here we see USDC. So if you want to go back to some of my previous videos, I highly encourage you to do so. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to go through these real quick. We just want to present the price, where it is today, and hopefully we'll see some value where we'll be later. So again, Ripple.com, which is their website. Then you got the Explorers, Blockchain, Ripple, XRP Scan, BitThump, and then here are some wallets here. The Ledger, Trezor, Crypto.com, and then the community on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, XRPchat.com as well. And then here we want to go back over to the XRP and market stats. We got a 24-hour low and high. And again, 70 cents as the low, 73.8 as the high. And then a market cap rank of number 6. and an all-time high of $3.40, which was a little bit over 3 years ago, January 7th, 2018. And then we had an all-time low here, which I wish I was able to get into it right there. But anyway, since we weren't, no worries. We can still accumulate and, build our stack. May 22 of 2014. And then if you guys didn't know, you could go check all of their information out on their website, which I'll leave in the description today, ripple.com. I'm not going to go over it. I want you guys to discover and read all of this yourselves. So now we want to jump right into the XDC. XDC is right now sitting at 7 cents, 7.5, 7.5 cents. So again, their website is at zenfin.io or zenfin.org, and so on and so forth. And then you got some wallets, which is the Decent wallet, and then the community, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and then you can read all of that there for yourselves. And then the XDC price and market stats here. You got the 24-hour high and low, and right here is 7.4 and 7.8, almost touching 8 cents. And then an all-time high of 14 cents, which was April 15, 2021, a little bit over 4 months ago. So again, an all-time low, July 22nd, 2019. And you can see where we are from then to now when it comes to XDC. And again, I highly encourage you to stack that up, because this price is way undervalued, and it's a distraction for you not to get into it. So don't be scared to get into it at these prices. Make sure you're stacking it up. If you want to get staking rewards, you can go to the Power Piggy on Bitrue, where I stake my rewards and get claim on that. So I get free XDC every single day. So anyway, folks, here's their website, zenfin.io. And again, I'll leave this into the description so you can go to their website. You can bookmark it as well, so that you have this information readily available at your disposal. And then next, we're going to get into Algorand. Algorand is at 84 cents, almost 85 cents there. And then you can check out their website, which is the Algorand.foundation, Algorand.com, Algorand.com again, and their white paper and things like that for you to view. And again, this is a great buying opportunity at 84 cents. If you put $100, you get a little bit over 100 of those, and continue to stack it up and bag it up. It's a rank number 45. And let me just go back to Zenfin with their rank at number 89. Okay. And let's just check it out real quick with their weekly, with their stats and markets, algo price and market stats. We got a 24-hour low and high of 81.7, and then we got a high of 85.3 there. So again, continue to do your due diligence and try to stack as much as you can up. And I wanted to make sure, again, we go over these so that we're not getting complacent with other assets and are getting distracted from those. But most definitely, we got an all-time low of 10 cents, March 13th of 2020, which was over a year ago as well. And we got an all-time high of $3.56, June 20th of 2019, which is also about over 2 years ago. So again, you know what? We got a lot of room to grow. And if you're a long-term hodler and have a long-term vision, then you're going to be very successful in the long term as we continue to persevere and be patient with the market. So again, you could go to their website, algorand.com. I'll go ahead and leave that in the description for you to read over and go over as for yourselves. You could, again, go back to the videos where I did an in-depth analysis on each and every one of these assets of the ISO 222 system, okay? And then next, we're going to go to XLM, which is like the brother, smaller brother of XRP. Right now, it's a rank of number 20 at 27.8, almost 28 cents. And then here on your right, you can go and check their website, stellar.org, medium.com, and then stellarcommunity.org, and so on and so forth, okay? and then their community on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Slack.stellar.org, galactictalk.org, and bitcointalk.org. And again, we want to check out the XLM price and market stats. And then we have the 24-hour low, 24-hour high of 26.9 and 28.4. So in the last 24 hours, we've seen these prices. And again, the coin market cap rank is at number 20. And we have an all-time high January 3rd, 2018, over 3 years ago at 87.5, almost 88 cents there. And we're down negative 68.1%. And then we also have an all-time low here where we wish we were able to, I wish I was able to get in at those prices knowing what I know now. I wasn't in cryptocurrency then, so there was no wherewithal for me to even know what I was thinking or doing. March 5th of 2015, which was over 6 years ago. So again, you know what? We want to stack if we can, your dollar cost average, and continue to apply the pressure on these folks and stack it up because these are going to be your breadwinners. These are going to be your golden ticket to financial freedom, financial wealth. And again, I always encourage you to set your goals. You know what your goals are. You know what you want to stack to, and you know what you want to have in your portfolio. And again, this is never financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I do know that these are some of the ones that you want to build around XRP on. So anyway, you could go again to their website, which is stellar.org there, and check out everything for yourselves. Next, we're going to lastly get into IOTA. IOTA is ranked at number 50 on the market cap at 86.5, almost 87 cents. And then you can check out their website, iota.org, youtube.com, linkedin.com, things like that for you to go get extra additional information. And then finally, we're going to get into their market price and market stats. All right. So the 24-hour low and high is at 82.4. And the 24-hour high is at 88.2. Okay, so there you go for that. And again, IOTA and Algorand are kind of running neck and neck with the 80 cents range. And then, you have XDC a little bit lower. And then you also have XRP, which is, about somewhere in this range as well. So those are kind of similar when it comes to price. And then you also want to go take a peek at, actually XRP is a little bit lower than those by about 10 to 12 to 13 cents. And then anyway, their all-time high is $5.25, which is December 19th of 2017, which was over 3 years ago, and an all-time low of 8 cents, which was March 13th of 2020, which was over a year ago. So again, folks, do your due diligence, come to your own conclusions. I'm very bullish on these top 5 crypto assets, and I wanted to make sure that I did not just ignore them while not coming back to them, so that we are focused and we have a vision of what we want to try to build our portfolio around when it comes to these 5 and other crypto tokens. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up with iota.org. And again, I'm going to leave it in the description for you to go check it out. Go ahead and bookmark them. And again, I'm not going to go to their Twitter pages or anything like that today. I don't want to waste too much time on that because it can get a little bit monotonous, and I don't want to bore you guys with anything. So anyway, folks, these are the ISO 222 compliant tokens, which is part of, again, the Interledger Protocol family and ISO 222 ecosystem. So again, I want you to dig, research, and make sure that you are looking for different information. Even if I don't see everything, I can't see everything. If you want to point out some other, partnerships and other things that I've missed over the past, I greatly appreciate it. So without anything more, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I didn't want to go too long, but we wanted to cover some bases on those 5 and some other news that is happening with the SEC, with Ripple, some clarity and things like that. So tomorrow we'll be back with the full recap of tomorrow's video of what we've covered basically over the week. And if there is some new news, we're going to follow up with that as well. So anyway, folks, have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. Stay positive, stay energetic, and continue to fight for what you believe in, and continue to fight for financial freedom.